Good evening, ladies. I'm Michelle Lowry. I'm going to be talking to you tonight on these next two slides about why to choose Young Living and why not another company. So, we care about what we put in our bodies. So shouldn't we care about what we put on our bodies? Young Living has been around for 20 years. It's been around the longest. Most essential oil companies don't even distill their own oils, which is the most important part of the process to ensure that mechanical qualities of the oils are not lost. Um, Young Living is the world's leader in cultivating, distilling, and producing therapeutic grade essential oils. They are the only essential oil company in existence that does every part of the process themselves, which I'll talk about the 5 steps here in a little bit. They own their own farms around the world. They have 2 in the United States, sorry, 1 in Utah and 1 in Iowa, and then several different ones around the country. They harvest their own plants and own their own distilleries around the world as well. They have a huge warehouse in Utah that they bottle their own products in. In Lehi, Utah, that's where the lavender farm is, and you can go there anytime you want. Because they have complete quality control. Young Living can 100% guarantee their oils are pure. This is Young Living's seed to seal guarantee. They claim to fame. I also love that they replenish what they harvest and don't use traditional chemical pesticides on the crop. And so they use their own essential oils. The FDA does not regulate essential oils, so labels can say anything they want on it. You only need 10% of the oil to be labeled it pure, 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils. I said that wrong. The FDA does regulate essential oils. I meant to say they do. So that's why you only need 10% of the oil to be. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So 99% of all other oils are altered in some way, and our oils are not. Pure 100% therapeutic grade essential oils should not have an expiration date on them. Our bottles, if you look at them, don't. And we are the only company that doesn't. If you look at any other bottle, they do have an expiration date on them. And the other way you can tell that if they are real or fake, you can put someone else's bottle of oil in the freezer and ours in the freezer, and ours will not freeze, the other ones will. So when you're buying other name brand essential oil companies can be adding other additives to their oils that can be potentially dangerous. Another reason why I chose Young Living. And another reason I love Gary Young, I love what he stands for. He donates a lot of the money that he gets to different foundations and different ministries around the world. And Gary Young also, he the land that he buys has never been touched. It's 100% organic, 100% natural. Nothing has ever been planted on it. And they, like I said, they do not use organic pesticides because it can change the DNA of the plant. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit analogy here. It's a funny analogy when I say the name of it, so don't laugh. I know you probably will, but it's called the tea bag analogy. So tea bag analogy is when you so you take a hot cup of water, your tea, and you take your tea bag and you put it in there, and it's nice, hot, refreshing, great. It tastes amazing, right? You don't need to add anything because there's nothing to be added because it's amazing, right? It tastes so good. So that's the first distillation. There's 4 distillations. That's the first distillation. That's the example of what Young Living is. It's 100% guaranteed. Nothing added, nothing taken out from the time they put the seed in the soil to the time they bottle it and ship it to your house. Nothing added, nothing taken out. So the second distillation is the same cup of, you take another cup of water, use that same tea bag, put it in there, and it starts to get weak, right? It doesn't taste as good. You may not need to add too much, but you start thinking like, wow, I could have probably added a little bit more to that because it doesn't taste that good. It's pretty weak, right? That second distillation, that's like your bigger companies. Like I know there's a lot of Now and um, just different bigger companies like that that you see on the internet and they sell on Amazon. That's your second distillation. Um, then your third and the fourth is you take a cup of water and you just use that same tea bag and put it in there for two, the third distillation, the third time and the fourth time you use the same tea bag, and those start to get even weaker, right? And you start wanting to add things, sugar, honey. I'm not sure what else you would add, lemon, anything that you wanted to add to it to make it taste better, right? So that's the third and the fourth. That's when you start getting these different oils off of at a Whole Food stores, the different stores around here that sell them now. Kohl's sells them, Meijer sells them, Walmart sells them. Everybody sells them now, right? It's just a market to make money because they know they sell. And you're adding more chemicals to you. You don't want to do more harm than good, right? You don't want to add more things that can potentially be hazardous. These oils, you need to do your research. If you look on the bottles that other people sell, it says only for aromatic use. You cannot ingest them, you cannot put them on your body. Why? Because they're not 100% pure. They're not good for you. There's other things added to them. It only is 10% of the oil and all the other stuff added that they want to, that you don't know. That's my little analogy. I hope it helps to kind of understand the distillations. Um, so aromatherapy has become quite a fad and has been growing over market. Like I said, different money markets. You can buy the cheaper oils. You can go to the store and you can see the store sells, a 10 or a $5 bottle of lavender, a $10, $15 bottle of frankincense. Frankincense is expensive. Yes, it is, guys, but it's used for everything. It's amazing. It's the first oil that's ever been around. It's the longest oil that's been around. It was brought to baby Jesus when he was born, right? It was used to anoint him. So it's been around. These oils have been around for years, years and years. So it's not just something that's just came about, right? Um, Frankincense is very expensive. It's it's only found in certain spots. So, what was I saying? Oh, so it's $78 from Young Living. There's like over 280 drops in a 15 milliliter bottle, and you use like maybe 1 or 2 drops at a time because it's very concentrated. It's very pure. Um, it's very, what am I trying to say? It's very, sorry. Um, so you don't need very much because it goes a long way. For the other place, like if you get it at Walmart or wherever else frankincense is that you can buy it at, it's like $10, $15, and you need several drops of it to make it even feel like to even work, right? Because there's only 10% of the actual oil and the other stuff is added, so you don't really know what you're getting. And like I said, you can only use those oils aromatically. Um, so it's not the same. Frankincense is not the same, just like lavender. When you get lavender from like Bath and Body Works and the candles or the body wash or the spray or whatever, that's not that's just fragrance. It's not the real lavender. I had one friend actually message me when she first got her kit. She said, something's wrong with my lavender. And I said, well, what's wrong? I said, oh no, what's wrong? I can help you. Let's call somebody. Let's call the customer service if something's wrong with it. She's like, well, it doesn't smell like lavender. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She's like, it doesn't smell like it. I'm like, are you thinking that's going to smell like Bath and Body Works or something? She's like, well, yeah, I guess. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't smell anything like Bath and Body or any kind of you know, perfume type smelling lavender. It is from the ground, guys, so it smells more like earthy. All these oils smell earthy. Lavender smells good now, but when I first smelled it too, I was like, oh wow, that's not the lavender I was thinking that it was going to smell like. So it's totally different. You can smell the difference. You can smell the difference in peppermint too. Like it, other oils smell like very sweet peppermint, and peppermint doesn't smell sweet when you smell Young Living's peppermint. So those are other ways that you can kind of tell that they are totally different. Um, I know that the oils are expensive. I get that. I understand. It can be very expensive. But you only use a few drops. It lasts you it lasts you a long time. A 15 milliliter bottle lasts you a long time. And then, you get these other bottles from other stores that last you not as long because you have to use so much of them. We are the only company that is you can ingest their oils, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Um, um, they are the oils that are 100% ingestible are FDA approved. So the FDA has approved them to be able to ingest them. I think that's it. You know, that's those are the biggest reasons why I chose Young Living over different companies when I was researching them. If you guys have any questions on why I chose Young Living or other questions that I might have missed, I can try to answer them for you, and just comment in this on the slides on this video, or you can message the person that invited you, or you can always message me. I'm always available to answer questions. Thank you again, guys.